Hi everybody, my name is Ben Rowsome. I am a second year student in Trinity College Dublin studying physics. I am on the autism spectrum, and today I'd like to take the opportunity to talk about something very important, as next week, starting March the 29th, is Autism Awareness Week. And this is a very important date in the calendar year. Because it's an opportunity for colleges not just to recognise their fellow friends and colleagues on the autism spectrum within the community, but it's also an opportunity to target some of the issues or struggles that students with autism might be facing on a day-to-day basis within a normal college setting. Very recently, a survey was conducted by the Trinity Ability Co-op, and they found some very interesting results from the survey in terms of how students with autism cope on a day-to-day basis in college, and that's with respect to the problems they encounter as a result of their autism, how they manage it, or in some cases how they don't manage it, and what we can do as a community, what lecturers can do and what staff can do to maybe alleviate some of these pressures. From the survey conducted, we can see that 100% of participants feel that their ASD diagnosis has impacted on the college experience, which perhaps maybe goes without saying, but it's still worth highlighting in any case, in terms of there is at least one aspect of college life that prevents them from performing at their absolute potential. So that's why it's worth highlighting, also with respect with some of the other figures I'm about to shout out to you now. So we see that 17% of participants have not disclosed to their friends their diagnosis of autism, with 13% describing negative experiences of speaking about their disability with peers. For some students, it isn't always a positive experience. We see that 78% of participants indicated ASD is not their only disability diagnosis. We see sometimes autism going in tandem with dyslexia, dyspraxia, epilepsy, generalized anxiety disorder. 34% expressed that Trinity was not doing enough to support students with ASD pre-COVID. So that's the next thing I'm looking to target in this little video here, is what can staff do, what can Trinity do to help students with autism? Well, from the survey, some of the suggestions that came out was understanding from academic staff through reading and acknowledging the content of LENS reports. And this is very important within the college setting, your LENS report. It's something that needs to be recognized as opposed to something that's just there. So the reason I bring that up as part of the results from our survey. Use of accessible and unambiguous language, another very important one. Often instructions are just completely misinterpreted, and this can lead to attention within the student to lecturer relationship or within the student to staff relationship, something I've experienced myself as a student with autism. A clearer and more specific guidance on academic expectations for coursework, also another very important one as well, considering that obviously the requirements will differ from course to course. Individual learning support sessions and autism-friendly spaces in college, which is something that we've been particularly targeting in Trinity in more recent times. In short, it's obviously very important that we support our fellow students with autism in the college setting, because they're an integral part of the college community. Should they be taken away, you'll notice, number one, there'll be far less people within the college, but I think number two, you'll notice that there's a far less maybe even of a camaraderie. I mean, they really have a lot to bring to college, and that's why we need to support them, not just during Autism Awareness Week, but all through the year. That's my tuppence worth. Thank you very much for listening.